Hello, entrepreneurs. Happy December 30th. We're counting down. We're getting down to the last hours of 2020. Thank God. And my name is Joe DeChara, and I am a CPA coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York. And tonight we are talking about the new stimulus package. We're still trying to figure out the first stimulus package. And now we have a whole new one to dive into. And if you're watching live, please give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. That helps me figure out where we are and what we're doing on Facebook. So if you don't know me, like I said, I am a CPA, long time. I've worked with, hey, Eric. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are asking me. Where Eric Reed wants to know, where is his government paycheck? Yeah, I want to know where mine is too, Eric. And tonight, we are going to go through what I have. And, I realize we have this unbelievable tool called the internet. So, and people send me this stuff. So my job's becoming a lot easier. So everybody's, they're asking me, Joe, where's my check? The check. And I'm telling them, I think the check would be in the mail normally, but I think they're still delivering COVID vaccines. And this is a true story for those of you that know me. My mom has her own online store, and I cleaned her out. I did all of my Christmas shopping at Suzuki 3 weeks before Christmas. They sent me the package right before they started shipping the vaccine. And today, so there were 2 boxes. On Saturday, I got the first box, and today I got the second box. So now I'll be wrapping Christmas presents and sending them to my family. So the point is, so Eric, I'm sorry, but I don't think the check is in the mail yet because the system is broken. Okay, if you haven't noticed yet, yeah, the U.S. post office is having problems. The IRS, probably every government agency that is in existence is having the same sort of problems that all the other businesses have. When you're closed down, when you can't do business, the IRS was bad enough to begin with. And now you put them 6 months behind. I mean, but that's not the topic for tonight, folks. Tonight, we are going to talk about some good news. Hey, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth got her mom got the vaccine. That's awesome. Yes, and you could see I'm getting better at StreamYard here too. So let's go through some of the exciting developments that we can look forward to here. So I'm just going to go through, and this was a link from the Hartford, obviously. I didn't write this up myself. I'll probably be taking snippets and just doing bullet points for the parts that are going to directly affect the people that we work with, the smallest of small businesses. So here's the first exciting news, that there's going to be a whole new round of PPP money out there. Now, I know a bunch of my clients missed out on this because it was such a fast moving target. And they're still making up the rules for the first round. But this time we're going to be a lot more better prepared and take advantage where we can of this new PPP program, because it did help a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I have clients and friends and people that actually did get the money and will have it forgiven if they haven't already. But that's another part of the bill. So what's different this time? The huge businesses with 1,000 employees, they're not going to be able to get ahead in line, and I think that's what happened. That was part of the problem with the first time. If you had direct connections to your banker, you got online first, and that was one of the biggest problems with the first round. So you had the smallest of small businesses trying to get in there, and a lot of them, by the time they got around to it, the money was gone. The money was gone. And one thing I did say was they'll come up with some more money. So I think that was a prediction that I made that was accurate. So now, and some of the details, I don't want to do a deep dive tonight into this, but it's going to be pretty easy to qualify when you look at what you have to do to qualify now, because it's really not that much. Before it was, very confusing. And like I said, it was because they were making the rules up as they went along. Now, this time, as long as you have your books up to date, if you've been listening to me and you've employed Wave apps and you got your bank recs and all your quarterly numbers up to date, all you got to do is look at one of the quarters from last year and say, oh, in this quarter I did 20,000, and in this quarter for 2020 I only did 5,000. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the amount you can qualify, I'm not even sure, but they're saying you can get up to 2 million. And it's going to be 2.5 times your payroll and all of that stuff. But those are details that you can work out with your banker or your accountant. So now here's another thing. So I had a client. I have clients that already have a PPP loan that they have not requested to get forgiven yet. So if that's the case, I think it looks like it's going to be easy. You just go in there and you ask for an increase. Okay. The third segment, now there's 15 of them, so it's going to be clearer as far as what can be forgiven. Okay, that was another thing. Last year we were all trying to figure out, well, what's going to be forgiven. And this is another thing that I think I talked about, and I got this. One of my clients actually got advice from the bank, from their banker, saying that they should wait to do the forgiveness because they might have something that's even simpler. And they were talking about loans under 50,000. Now they're saying if you get under 150,000, it's going to be really easy to get it forgiven. Now, this is another, number 5 was another mystery as far as the tax classification of the money, and are we going to be able to deduct the payroll cost? And it was sort of like a catch-22. It's like, it's not, we don't have to pay tax on the money, on the forgiveness, but then you can't deduct the payroll. So now it looks like they're going to actually let us deduct the payroll and get the loan forgiven, which that is probably going to become some kind of crazy accounting entry that we're going to have to do. Seasonal. I don't really have that many. I don't have any seasonal really. That would be like a landscaping or something like that. But they've more clearly defined that. And also, you can still get an EIDL loan. Okay, so if you didn't get one before, and let's say you have 5 employees, you will get $5,000 just for applying. This is a no-brainer. When I heard about this last year, I said that can't be right. But it was. All you do, if you apply, you will get the $1,000 per employee, even if you don't qualify. So that's more money in people's pockets. So now this is a huge one. This is one that I'm going to have to do a deep dive in because they are doing some special grants now for people in the arts. So this is big. So, I mean, you know, who's in the arts? There's a lot of people, actors, you know, musicians, dancers, there's a lot of people that I know of, just my own clients that are considered to be in the arts. So we're going to be looking at this a lot more closely. So let's see what else we have here. Let me check the chats because I see Eric and Elizabeth are, do you need payroll? Okay, so Eric Reed wants to know, do you need a payroll? You know, and this is one of the things that was confusing before. That's a great question, Eric. Apparently, I don't think so. I think you could create a payroll. So if you weren't on payroll before, I'm pretty sure that you could create your own payroll and have it forgiven. And I think that might even be listed down. Yes, writer, Eric. I believe writers may come under the arts. So that was another good question. And that's what I was thinking because I'm a writer. You're a writer. Elizabeth is a writer. A lot of people in the online world are writers, and if that might be another way to get some free money. So let me see what else we have here. Okay, 1 second. Okay. More support, number 9. More support for minority-owned businesses. And so this is another area that I'm going to have to do a deeper dive in to see exactly, who might qualify. Number 10, if you had an SBA loan before, you have some really good news here because you're going to get months forgiven off the top. This is all good. So look at this. You can save up to $54,000. Let's just look at this, folks. Again, this is brand new. It's right out of the press. And we're gonna be summarizing this. Like I said, I am going to be going back and summarizing this for everybody to make it even more clear as far as what kind of benefits can we as small business owners get from this. There are new tax credits available. Actually, I'm not even sure if these are new, but there are payroll tax credits that are going to be coming. And there's nothing you even have to do for this because what's going to happen is going to be automatic when you file your quarterly payroll tax returns. Okay. So again, I don't want to go into all the details with this, but you are, I mean, this is real. This is real government relief, and I got to tell you, last year when this all started, I was very pessimistic, and I think rightly so with some of the things that happened and how they administered it. But this is actually one of the best laws that I've seen passed to actually help small businesses, because I could see that this is actually going to put more money in small businesses' pockets. 12, deferral of Social Security taxes. So this is another. So if you employ people and that cash flow is important, things like this can be huge in reopening your business. You may not get so for number 12, what they're saying is you're not going to have to not pay it. You're going to have to pay it, but we're going to give you more time. You're going to get more time. It looks like this is from number 11. It looks like they're going to extend this. So they want people to stay. They don't want unemployment. They want you to keep your employees. So this is good. Now, number 14, my friend Larry Bratton is going to like this. If you're in the hotel and restaurant industry, this used to be meals and entertainment. Now it's just meals. So if you're having business meals, that we're back to 100%, folks. That's what it was when I started in accounting about 300 years ago. I think Reagan started phasing that out, and it became 50% almost becomes it's not even worth taking the meal deduction. But now I'm putting everything on my card. And look at this, number 15. If you're not for profit, okay, they are going to give you an above the line deduction. So this is another thing that was in place when I first started, where you didn't have to itemize your deductions to get a tax write-off for charities. So this is huge for charities, because the new tax law, the Trump tax bill, basically eliminated millions and millions of people from being able to itemize and deduct things like their mortgage interest and charitable deductions. So at least now, and it's not going to be a big deduction. It's only $300 and $600 if you're married filing joint. But listen, every little bit helps. So in summary, let me just get rid of this. Thanks for the questions, Eric. And yeah, Eric, it looks like you're going to be getting a lot of benefits from this. But let me talk for a couple of seconds about, in summary, this is just a start, folks. I've been talking about this now for months. We actually did a webinar on the future of small business. What's written between the lines here is that we are going to go through, let's say, 5 years of the IRS not bothering us, trying to make it easy to settle our debts, trying to make it easier for people to do business again. Okay, so because for years they have been making it harder, more regulations, more this, more that, more fees. Okay, I mean, the machine is not going to be turned off there's still going to be collection letters out there. There's still going to be problems that have to be solved because of their own administrative incompetence. That's not going to change, but there will be a level of kindness and understanding, and there will be people that will be hired specifically to help people that were affected by COVID. And if you're a taxpayer, if you're a business owner, you were affected. So for all of you people, if you've had tax problems, if you've had issues, okay, now is the time to start settling your debts. Okay, in the next 5 years, you could wipe the slate clean. I have a bunch of clients that, I haven't filed returns that, and they come to me this way. I don't create that. But what I'm telling them is, you might have, messed up for the last 10 years and you didn't pay your taxes and you didn't file. But now we have an opportunity to get all this under the rug and fixed. So, that's my story, folks. I'm sticking with it. Eric, thanks for visiting. And thanks for the questions, and over and out. And I will be back again tomorrow for another episode of Joe DiChiara Presents. God bless. Thank you. Over and out.